So this video takes place to replace episode 118 of the Nuzlocke challenge. So if you're wondering where this video, would take place, it would be in place of that. Because basically, as I try to look for one of the gods I don't get to explain what's going on, yeah, so this is a what if I had gotten a different god every time and did not get any duplicate gods. This is not a, this is not a replacement. If I were to, say, succeed the challenge in this timeline or reality, then no, that does not mean I would not have considered myself to have completed the challenge, although we are waiting for either Katak, Goizo, or I think Katarufu? Yeah, Katarufu, I would think. So, yeah, and I'm hitting quick play so I don't have to do anything else as I get into Katarufu. Eldritch Parasite, thingy, character exclusive, Miku. So, and if I fail this run, then, well, I guess the video ends immediately. Because if nothing else, the other reason for this video, as I see strength, dexterity, knowledge, light, Takushi-san, and maybe a second mystery, is so that I can get back in the groove of making two videos a day. Oh my god. Well, there goes illegal then. But, I mean, the most important part is that I have the occult, not occult club, occult shop, or occult club, the history club. But yeah, so I can get back into the groove of making two videos a day. That way I can, just if I were to play another game on this channel, then I could get back in the groove of doing that, and I can fix my time schedule. So painting, footage, Kana, festival, and sailors. We'll take Kana just because, though depending on what we run into, yeah, because we need one of the two. We need Mind Drain or Ghostly Spear for this particular strat. The strat being visit History Club in Eldritch Parasite until you get either until you get Mind Drain and or Ghostly Spear, as I've said. So, if I find anything else that's useful, I'll pick it up as well. I could Demon Mask Rock Ring, but I'm just gonna keep rolling for a moment so that, yeah, I can get stuff. Adrenaline would have been nice, but I'm here in the History Club for a very specific reason. Although Brain Worms might have been good. I can take Gruesome Totem, but that locks me out of getting both spells, if I were to get both spells. We're literally going to sit here until near 25-30% Doom before we, move on. And if I don't get it, then I guess I just lose the run. So for this strat in particular, you have a few options. You can wait for good things and go with that, but, you're going to eat damage in encounters. Or you're literally waiting for one of the two spells, which I am going to keep doing. I should probably take Gruesome Totem by now. That will give me 6 Doom-ish. But that only really grants me a few more rerolls, and we literally sit and die by Mind Drain or Ghostly Spear, which I think this is one of the few ones I've actually not gotten both, but hey. So now I just need one of the two. And yeah, we sit here until we sit here. This is not the most exciting, gameplay element of this backstory, but for me it's the most successful, so... Yeah, like, we're gonna sit here until we get it. Well, we're not gonna sit. Well, yeah, I guess we are. So, if nothing else, this is gonna be a very quick video, because literally, I need one of the two. So, hey. If nothing else, it'll be a very curious way for me to look at how many times it would have taken me to get it, because at this point, we are, wow, man, we're really far in to a lot of rerolls. Yeah, so... Yeah, if nothing else, this is now a very curious video about whether or not, or when I would have gotten one of the two. Because the odds of not getting either by now is, well, near enough 50-50. I'm not going to say it's really high, but... Or the chance of getting the two is high, but the chance of not getting them after this many rerolls is quite low. But it's something that can happen because RNG, but... If nothing else, I'll probably ask myself or do some homework and see how unlikely this is, but in another way, you can consider this a gacha video. So I guess this is a different timeline, but I should have just gone to investigate already, but now now I'm just doing some science. So, and because this is a different timeline anyway, and this wouldn't really count for me succeeding, yeah, there's no way I survived this run, but we'll go for a high score. This will be more, I guess, more a chill, quick play and chill video. Because there's no way I'm gonna be able to do that. I have now taken more damage than would be granted, but we'll visit it 3 times just to try and struggle. I mean, we did get mind drained, so losing that much reason is not the worst thing in the world. But yeah, we do die here, so yeah. Anywho, I think the worst I've seen, and I've mentioned it before, the worst I've seen is someone who got 80%-ish Doom at the end of their second mystery, and that was definitely still winnable. Though I think that was Harbinger. Yeah, that must have been Harbinger, because I remember speaking specifically. I would not mention if it was on True Believer, because it's not Harbinger. those 5 differences on Harbinger, and maybe a bit more, but there are 5 key differences. I might as well go. If you don't know what they are, let me see if I remember them off the top of my head. They are every base enemy until 1.0, we'll see, gets a damage increase. So Gigolo would normally be doing -1 reason on True Believer. He does not anymore. He does 2. But there's another max threat level location on Harbinger, which can add to your Doom, or has a higher chance of increasing the amount of Doom you take overall. Very good chance in my opinion, but that's literally the effect. Let me see if I can keep remembering them. All your stats decrease by 1. That's a third one. Let me see if I can. Oh man, I'm really not remembering at the moment. But there's 2 more that I really. Doom does no longer decrease on True Believer. I think on True Believer it still decreases by 1. So on Harbinger, Doom does not decrease at all. Oh, and then I think the last one is specifically Harbinger, the Monument. The Monument immediately scales after your first use, whereas on True Believer and easier difficulties, it scales after the second use, which adds an extra point of damage, which sometimes, well, most of the time doesn't mean as much, but it can. So we're going to leave Kana behind because we don't want to take any more damage. And I think the Drain Swimmer was my second encounter. So yeah. Let's move on with life. But we'll struggle till the end, because might as well. Footage into painting is probably the plan. And funny enough, I can fight the boss. I should have just visited the police station. But it's too late now. We'll go in here and at least find out. We can lower Doom some more. Now the Rock Ring, well, the Rock Ring is now definitely useless, but I took the Rock Ring first because even if I can't expect to get the Gruesome Totem. That's the logic behind. If I saw Gruesome Totem first, then I would skip Rock Ring, because obviously it conflicts. Anywho. And yeah, our strength, well, unless I care about events more often, but I usually don't. Yeah. I don't mind my strength being at 6, also because we're using Mind Drain. So, yeah. Nothing is gonna help me here, so just take the free event. And yeah, we die. I don't think there are enough, even theoretically, there are not enough Doom decreasing events. Even if I were to get really, really lucky, I think I would still die with about 70% Doom. So, obviously, if your name is Toshiaki, you have a much easier time, but we're not. And actually, as Miku, I did want my Doom to increase, but not to the extent that you see here. But, hey. So, yeah, we'll just take this run as it is. If nothing else, this is just a run for me to, again, have fun, chill. Now that I knew how much. But literally, like, if you're wondering at this point why I really hate doing normal strat, which is to, as I get time skip as well, go into the hardware store, it's because that often doesn't do well for me in Eldritch Parasite. If the encounters I ran into were, like, 80% okay-ish, I would not mind it as much, but, you know, for giggles, I'll visit the village. Because your Doom increases by 1 here, and, like, you run into an encounter like this. In this specific instance, it works out, but if I were not on Eldritch Parasite and or with Mind Drain, this encounter would do more damage than me resting. So, while, yes, resting in Festival was nerfed, you're gonna do it anyway, because you're gonna do it. I'm not gonna say that the Doom was not... your Doom should not increase when resting. I'm just saying that even if you're to weigh the options, yeah, visiting the village isn't nice. Or it cannot be nice. But anywho. So maybe we complete a third mystery. Nope, never mind. The forest looks like it's max threat level, or is that just roads closed? That's roads closed. roads closed plus high threat level, because it increased by 1 and then increased by 2. But anywho, as I roll a 1 here, yeah, that'll be the end of this quick alternative timeline. And yeah, although theoretically, as the last 15 seconds of the video goes, if I were to play another game, it would take longer for me to edit, render, and upload said video, along with doing finishing touches and whatnot. But anywho, yeah, I hope you enjoyed this, I guess more of an experiment than anything else. But I'll see you in the original timeline. Bye! Oh!